Yeah, hi everyone. On behalf of the whole dida team, I'm actually very excited to host this conference, to open up this conference, and I think everyone of the team has been really looking forward to today. So yeah, thanks for joining us. We're meeting in a very interesting time, right? So there's like growing geopolitical tension, and for some reason, our small field, our niche, the field of machine learning and AI, is now being shaped by political forces, by forces that are outside our control. I think I already said this in the opening remarks last year. So the most powerful AI models, they are controlled by few countries and few companies, and in the end, it's a few individuals. And Europe is not one of these countries. And this actually should be a concern to all of us. But maybe it's also a motivation to all of us, because I mean we have the talent, we have the research, and in fact a lot of the US AI technology is being built by Europeans, people that were educated, that studied here, right? And I also get the feeling that we start to have the ambition to play our role here. And I think that's for us why this conference matters. We try to bring together researchers and practitioners, people from different backgrounds, people that work on and with AI every day. So if there's one thing that you should take away from today, please let it be a new connection. You know, you can look around in the room. There are a lot of nice people, smart people that work in the same industry than you. And I think it's a good chance, good opportunity to go home with a couple of really relevant contacts in your network. For me, it's second dida conference. And I mean, I see a lot of familiar faces, former colleagues, friends. But there's one person who has been thinking about this longer than everyone else, and this is our co-founder, Lorenz. He's the driving force behind the dida conference. Lorenz, what is this all about?
Yeah, thank you, Markus. Is this on? Yeah. Thank you, Markus. Hi, everyone. Great to see so many people. I don't want to take this too long, so don't worry, but I want to give a little bit of context and recap a little bit how this all happened. So actually, I'm not sure if all of you know this. We started this format 3 years ago with the idea to celebrate our 5th anniversary. So this was a rather spontaneous idea, and we had this room here in another location, B part. We had no idea what was going to happen. So this is how it looked like before the conference, and then eventually we were super positively surprised that so many people showed up, because with a free event, you never know when people sign up, do they actually come? I mean, it depends a little bit on the weather conditions and other aspects, but this was great. And people didn't only come, but they also stayed almost the entire day and participated and were super active. So this was something that made me, and I think all of us, super happy that so many of you had a great discussion and a great event. And this then made us decide to continue this event in the next year. 24, we had the same location, and it got quite a bit crowded. So this is also why I chose this picture here. This was in a workshop room where people didn't find a seat. They had to stand, and I think they stood there the entire workshop session. So this also tells a little bit about the passion that you guys have. So this is really great. But of course, then we thought, okay, we need to do something. So we looked for a venue with bigger workshop rooms, and we found this Fritz Forum here, where we had the first event last year. This is a picture of an empty workshop room, which you find upstairs. I hope it's going to be a bit more crowded later. And in fact, yeah, I think it might get quite crowded today. But yeah, let's see how we will cope with this next year then. So I would say the community has certainly grown over the last years. However, for us, this conference is not so much about quantity, but more about quality. And we really try our best to keep the spirit a little bit. So we don't want to repeat all these buzzwords that are used sometimes quite frequently at other events, but we want to go a little bit deeper. We want to focus on technology and we want to really understand the details, bring science and applications together. We also care quite a lot about how you like this format. So every year we send around a questionnaire. The overall result was quite positive in the last year, but what I really want to say here is that we really take also your suggestions quite seriously. So this is an event mostly for you. So what is this day about? It's about a community that comes together. We have 27 speakers today and many other interesting participants. We really try to focus mostly on technology, don't follow the standard hype only. And as I said, we want to bridge the latest research with actual applications. This is also what our company is about, and this is what we are really passionate about. And this also then motivated us to come up with the program we have today. So, of course, large language models are great, and agentic things are also very interesting. But when I read different programs of other conferences, I have the feeling this is everything in AI these days. And so we tried today to go a little bit beyond this, also integrate maybe more new, more novel fields like continuous models, diffusion models, focus on physical AI, scientific machine learning, and also sovereignty and trust is a topic that will be discussed throughout the day. So yeah, as you probably already saw, we have a quite diverse program. We have 4 stages in total. It might get crowded at some point, so just walk around a little bit. There are the workshop rooms in the 1st floor. There's one room in the 4th floor. We have a cafe around the corner, which will open, I think, in 1 hour. And we have the rooftop in the 5th floor. If you dare to go there and fight with the heat, you're very much welcome. But I think it's a great place. And all the details you can find, of course, on our website, where also yesterday we put online a quite handy timetable version as a PDF where you can get a good overview of what's actually happening. So with this, I want to stop boring you with the organizational stuff and just tell you, enjoy the conference, have fun. And I'm really looking forward to the first speaker, actually. Thank you, Noah, for being here. I guess we can slowly get started already. Thank you.